Okay. Hello everyone. Have this simulation the control of speed, control of 12 DC motor. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Pilawati Bayamukti and my friend is
My name is Alamsyah Putra Aulia.
to save a time. Let's start the presentation. Here is the code for the DC motor circuit. First, defense with 1 on pin 0. On the Arduino Uno and switch to on pin 1 Arduino, switch output on pin 12 on the Arduino Uno, and controller output on pin 30 on the Arduino. Next, define the pin model will be used to decide input or output. Normally, input model on switch 1 and switch 2 pin, and output mode on pin 1 on 2 after that. We use to empathy loop consign comment if suite 1 is low and suite 2 is low, the pin 1 and pin 2 are low. If suite 1 is high and suite 2 is low, then pin 1 is low and pin 2 is high. If suite 1 is high and suite 2 is high, then pin 1 is high and pin 2 is low. If suite one is and switch two is hack, then pin one is low and switch two is hack, then pin one is low and pin two is hack. Then we return the protect software to input the code in the Arduino, and then we start the simulation.
Then we must move to Protel software. We will simulate the control or speed control of 12-volt DC motor. First, we will explain about the simulation in Protel software. Here we use Arduino Uno, uh, power, push button, 1000 ohm resistor, ground, voltmeter, one LED transistor, relay, and 12 volt DC motor and 12 volt
Relay,
12 volt
relay,
battery. The circuit start from the pin input contain a button to make a voltage on or off. If the bottom is to determine the motor or set CV and CCV, then the upper output determine the turn on the circuit and the bottom to determine the relay right or left or CV or CCV. Suppose the simulation start but the voltage then button is off. The button determines the right or left motor will not work, but if you press on the lower button will work. When the top push button is pressed, A0 is 1 and the DC motor will be high. But when released, it will be 0 and the DC motor will be low. That's what we can say. We run the program like this. The DC motor will be turned to left. Then if we push this, DC motor will uh, turn to right. But when we push this, the DC motor will be off. it's need a process. Then it's all for us. Thank you and see you on the next video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone. This video we will explain to you about the DC motor system circuit with indirect input. So in the last video we talked about with the direct input, but in this video we will talk about the indirect input. Before we talk about this, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Sadiqih Asbullah. I'm from class 4A, and my number of registers is 224308016. And here are my friends.
And my name is Teuku Muhammad Rafli. I'm class 4A and my number is 224308022.
All right. First, we will talk about the time chart.
Okay, this is the time chart. We make it in Excel. We have two conditions. The motor will be clockwise and the counterclockwise. In the first condition, if the control on, the motor will be counterclockwise, and if control be off, the motor will be rotates on the clockwise, and if the switch be off, the motor will be not rotates in
Any direction.
in clockwise or counterclockwise. The next step is we will make coding or program in direct indirect on Arduino IDE. We have two input and two output. The input is switch and controller. Output is cycler and controller. The first condition, if switch have a one value or high value, the cycler will be high or have a 5 voltage. And in the second condition, if controller have one or high condition, the controller will be have 5 voltage and motor will be rotated on the counterclockwise. And else if the controller have a zero condition or low, the controller will have zero voltage and motor will be rotated on the clockwise. Or if sucker have low condition, the motor will be not rotates on the clockwise or counterclockwise. And the next step is we make the circuit and explain by Sadiqih.
Okay, thank you. And now we talk about the circuit, but we're not talking about this system circuit anymore because we have talked it in the last video. So we will talk about this input indirect circuit. So if you see, there's an optocoupler and there is battery that has 12 volts for the input. And here, the ground and the battery is connected to the switch button and then connect to the optocoupler. But optocoupler has connected to the ground also. And then there's a power external for active and for give input to the Arduino UNO. So this is the 5 volt because why it use indirect input? So when we use the indirect input, we use the indirect input when we have sorts that have bigger than 5-fold, because the Arduino UNO has this ability to take and to output only 5-fold and 0-fold. But if there's over the 5-fold, we need an optocoupler to make the connection is indirect, so it will make more safer. So it's active high. So when it's high, it will be high, and when it's low, it will be low. Just as same as before. Just the difference is we use the optocoupler for controller. And we're going to the simulation. All right. The switch button is still off. So when I turn it on, the motor DC will be start turning, and it's turning on the clockwise because the controller is off. And then when I'll turn on, the motor DC will be changed direction to the left. All right, here it is. And the lamp, when it turned to the left, the lamp will be high, or will be turned green. And while I turn it off, the motor DC will be started to running right, and the LED is off. All right, wait until the motor DC is turning right. All right, here it is. So the differences between the past video and in this video, it is only the input that have indirect system. So in the past video, we have direct input, just like this one. All right. That's all. Maybe if there's some mistake, we apologize. And if you have any question, just ask in the comment section below. And goodbye. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.